The tempo and a great pace, the fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll return shortly. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Taking a look at the Celtics. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
The Suns on top. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
In the penalty, not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
For now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell him stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. We come back right after this.
They have to find a way to cool him down.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.
And Kevin, his three-point shooting has been a big key. 12 of his points have come from downtown, and those points didn't come cheaply. He's worked hard on the perimeter aspect of his game and got good high-percentage shots.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. That'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A stellar first half for Timofey Mozgov. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jeremy Lin.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later. Heading into the break, their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They were Brick City, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a solid 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Over to Kenny. What'd you think about Detroit?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. And he provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone. Has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq. Got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Our broadcast for Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. Taking a look at the Lakers. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, I love that they were forceful at the offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Points at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Larry Nance.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Yes, that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. The first quarter on a 20-6 run. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the halftime show. I'm Ernie Johnson. The guy nodding over here is Kenny the Jet Smith. And the guy that's doing that is Shaquille O'Neal. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Gonna do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.